This all happened last summer. My friends and I decided to go on a multi-day backpacking trip deep into the Cascade Mountains. We were experienced hikers, always looking for a new challenge, a trail less traveled. This time we found one. The first 2 days were incredible. The air was crisp, the views were breathtaking, and we hadn't seen another soul since we left the trailhead. We were sitting around the campfire, cooking dinner, when a single, heavy rock landed just outside our camp circle. It didn't roll down a hill, it was thrown. We all froze, listening. We called out, thinking maybe it was another hiker playing a prank, but there was no response, just dead silence. We tried to laugh it off, blaming it on a loose rock or an animal, but none of us really believed it. The woods around us suddenly felt watchful. Later that night, I was woken up by a sound. It was a low, guttural growl that seemed to vibrate right through the ground and up into my sleeping bag. It wasn't a bear or a cougar. I've heard those sounds before. This was different. I lay there, my heart pounding in my chest, too scared to even breathe. It sounded like something massive was circling our camp, just beyond the light of the dying embers. I could hear heavy, deliberate footsteps, not 4, but 2. Thump, thump. No one had slept well. We found huge, human-like footprints pressed deep into the soft earth near the creek where we got our water. They were at least 18 inches long, far too big to be human, and the stride between them was immense. The 5-toed print was unmistakable. Panic started to set in. This wasn't a prank. We weren't alone. We decided to pack up immediately and hike out, abandoning the rest of our trip. The hike out was the most terrifying experience of my life. We felt like we were being herded. A few minutes later, an answering knock would come from our right. They were communicating, flanking us. We never saw anything clearly, just fleeting glimpses of a massive, dark shape moving parallel to us through the dense forest. It was incredibly fast, navigating the difficult terrain with an ease that was simply unnatural. At one point, we had to cross a small, open clearing. We ran, not daring to look back. As we reached the tree line on the other side, an overwhelming foul odor washed over us. It was a heavy, oppressive presence that hung in the air. As dusk began to fall on the 4th day, the sounds got closer. We could hear whoops and strange, chattering vocalizations that sounded almost like a twisted form of language. It was intelligent, and it was close. We were exhausted, running on pure fear. We stumbled upon a ridge that gave us a view of the valley below, and that's when we saw it. Standing on the opposite ridge, silhouetted against the setting sun, was a massive bipedal figure. It was covered in dark hair and stood well over 8 feet tall. It just stood there, motionless, watching us. The sheer scale of it was horrifying. We didn't wait to see what it would do. We scrambled down the mountain in the growing darkness, using our headlamps to light the treacherous path. The sounds followed us, sometimes seeming right behind us, making the hair on my arms stand up. We finally burst out onto the dirt road leading to the trailhead in the middle of the night. We didn't even stop to break down our gear properly. We just threw everything into the back of the truck and peeled out of there as fast as we could. I haven't been back into the deep woods since. People can believe what they want, but I know what I saw. I know what I heard. We were stalked by something out there. Something ancient and powerful that wants to be left alone. It wasn't just an animal. There was an intelligence behind those eyes, a purpose to its actions. It was watching us, studying us, and letting us know, in no uncertain terms, that we were trespassing in its home. I'll never forget that feeling of being completely helpless, of being prey. It's a feeling that stays with you forever. Some things in this world aren't meant to be understood, just respected from a safe distance. I learned that lesson the hard way. Thanks for listening to my story. If you have had a similar experience, I'd be interested to hear about it in the comments. Stay safe out there, and don't forget to like and subscribe for more content.